friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining, I am Jennifer, a full-time reseller. Today's video is my typical Monday recording of what sold over the weekend. Today is Monday, however, it is President's Day, so I don't have to ship anything until tomorrow. So I'm taking this extra time to go over everything that sold this weekend. I have 28 items that sold on eBay. Nothing on Mercari or any other platforms because I haven't been cross-listing. I know, shame on me. But we've got 28 items, so I need to dig right in. But I do want you to stay tuned because there are some serious tips I want to give in this video. I have the biggest aha moment that, you know, in those times when you hear something over and over and it just doesn't click. And then one time you hear it and you're like, oh, wow, that makes sense. So I want to share that tip with you because it has changed the way I source and the way I run my business. So you're not going to want to miss it. But let's dive in and go over what sold this weekend. All right. We've got some shavers. I had a few shavers today. These were $2 or $3 at an estate sale. I pick these up all the time. They really do hold their value. Try and clean them up. I open up this part. I dust them out. I like compressed air. That's my friend. Charged them, and these all work. This one's probably been sitting in storage for too long, but it worked when it's charged up. All right, and that guy sold for $40. We've got an item that sold within 12 hours of listing it, and that is this NFPA electrical code book. I picked this up last week, $5 bin day, and it sold for $45. We've got this item here is a Fellow Stag pour over kettle. This was actually a Christmas gift. I feel awful, but we did a white elephant Christmas gift with extended family, and this was what I ended up with. I have zero use for it, so I resold it. I ended up putting it up and took an offer of $55. So minus fees and everything, I'll get about $40. I'll take that and spend it on something that I actually want. We've got some boots. We've got Ariat boots today. These were a local thrift find for $6. They're two-tone, but they're Ariat. So anytime you find Ariat jeans or boots or jeans for that price, it's always worth grabbing. Those guys sold for $40 plus shipping. We've got a DVD player. So this particular one is actually one of the higher end ones. This is the one that goes for over $100. Is it HDMI? No, it is not. Yes, it is. HDMI. That's why it goes for more. Those HDMI ones are the ones that hold their value. So I paid up on it. I paid $20. It didn't work. They don't test them at this particular sale that I bought it. But luckily, even for parts, it still sells. I've got a remote. I've got a manual. And this bad boy eats tapes. It eats tapes. Every time I put it in, I think I end up losing 2 tapes on it. Sad face. So I listed it within a week. It hasn't been listed very long. And I put in there, eats tapes for breakfast. Like, this thing will not play tapes. I don't know why. It's just hungry for tapes. Still sold 4 parts for $50. So I'm still getting my money back. They're paying for shipping. And yeah, I paid up at $20, but knowing it still sells for parts for that much, absolute win. All right, and that was a super, super fast sale. All right, now we're going to have to dig in these boxes. All right, I guess I'm going to go out of order. Let's go over this Allura Derm makeup. I paid $1 or $2 at an estate sale. I was getting a bunch of this makeup for really cheap from them. And it sold for $22. And I have another one available. I think we will go with this bag first, just because it's on top. It's a head tennis bag. I don't remember where I got it or what I paid for it. I believe, yeah, it's definitely used. The handle is used. I want to say a garage sale or an estate sale. I don't remember, but it sold for $20. It also sold local, so I've got to meet up with the guy and get that delivered to him. We've got a shaver, number 2. This one, I paid, I want to say like $5 or $10, and there was like 3 of them in here. So I had to separate them all. And this last one sold for $27. This person was doing so many offers on this that it was driving me crazy. I finally just accepted an offer to get it out of my store so they would stop bugging me. I think that's part of their motive. The more they bug, like, are you just going to give in or give up? So I just finally gave in. All right, we've got another ink. I say another because I buy these quite a bit. Bins Find, and it is brand new, and it's plastic. When I look at it without opening the bag, you can see that the roller is spotless. So this guy is brand new. It just doesn't have a box. I was able to see its model number right up here. $5 bin find, and he sold for $35. What else we got? We've got a camera. This was a security camera. This was actually in a box that had a bunch of stuff in it. I paid like $4, I think, for this box. This was one of the things that was in there. There was an Amazon Echo in there. There was, gosh, so much stuff. There was Apple chargers and, oh man, so much stuff in there. So I'm going to say maybe $1 into this, and it sold for $14. All right, I guess I'm going to go a little out of order. Some jeans here. They're both native jeans, brand new with tags, same exact size. 38 by 32. These are my boot dealer. I paid $10 a pair. I'm going to combine shipping. One guy bought them, $25 a pair plus shipping. This was another super, super fast sale. I picked this up last week at my local thrift. I had no idea what it was. IE something. IE Connect is what it said. So I looked it up and it was worth like $100. So easily I paid my $20. The sell-through rate was over 100%, and that's exactly what you want to look for. There was some markings on the back of the price. It came off with isopropyl alcohol without an issue. I went ahead and plugged it into the computer and downloaded the software. I recommend doing this. When there's items that take extra software, extra firmware, download it onto your computer, update your firmware. I was able to see how many VIN numbers are left. It said it used 2 out of 5, so you buy like credits to be able to use this. It does something with flashing your car. I don't know exactly, but it's a modification tech thing for your car. And sure enough, this guy sold within 24 hours of listing it for $107. This little guy. I think the same day I grabbed that. This was on Thursday or Friday. Is this Dymo printer. I put out a video this weekend about things that I found last week, and this was one of them. Local thrift, sitting on the shelf. It had a ton of labels sitting on top of this box, and I was thrilled just to find the labels. And I saw there was a label maker at the bottom of the box. I didn't know which one it was. I thought it was the one on the box, and it wasn't. But I get home, and it was even better. These Dymo 4XL sell like hotcakes, if you could ever find one. This one, I tested it. It works. It already had some labels in it. I've got all the cables, and I even threw in one pack of labels to go with it. This guy sold for $200, $198. Unbelievable find. This was a Goodwill find. I never go to Goodwill. I think this was the first time I went in there in probably 3 weeks. It was in the toy section, and it is a Wonder Workshop Wonder Pack. Little smart robots. So this guy, I went ahead and opened it while I was there to see what was in it, because it moved around, so it wasn't new. It had this full set, the one that's on the box, as well as this other little guy that is a different set. He goes for $75 by himself, as well as this set. So I paid $20 for all of it. This guy sold within days of listing it for $130. I still have that other guy listed. So we're looking at $200 out of a $20 purchase all day long. So occasionally, Goodwill doesn't catch everything. Their prices have been insane, but that's one thing they didn't catch. All right, let's finish off this box. This was a working vacuum. Amazon bins and $15 day. It was in a bag with a bunch of accessories. So I parted them all out. This is the first part to sell, rightfully so. It's the biggest part. It's the motor. And he sold for $65. And like I said, I still got hoses and attachments all still listed. But this guy sold within, I'm going to say within a month of listing it. All right, then we've got tanning supplies. This came from the same sale that I got all of that Pure One oil. It's also where I got that Derma something, this stuff. It was the holy grail of estate sales. Everything was priced at like $1 or $2, and I couldn't have been happier. Those oils, if you've watched me for any time, I've sold those oils 2 or 3 times already for $100 a piece. And I paid $1 or $2 each. This goes in the same category. I think I paid $2 each. It's Tan Physics Sunless Tanner. You get 2 of the toner, or 2 of the tanners, and this one is a pre-tan exfoliant. So I sold it as a set for $65, and I'm in it $6. All right, let's go to the next box. Before I do that, do you guys want to hear what my epic, mind-blowing moment was? Okay, so story time. If you've been following me for any time, I talk a lot about sell-through rate. Yes, that's very important to watch the sell-through rate. I'm mentioning it now when I'm buying the items and it's selling within 24 hours, and I know that because of the sell-through rate. eBay stats will tell you how fast something will sell. So I also mention a lot that we're in the reselling business, not the storage business. I hear that a lot of resellers say that fact. And I've heard it probably 100 times. I've heard this so many times. I've said it so many times. But for some reason, it's really clicking with me. And I think my aha moment is when I have to tell myself, I am not desperate for inventory. Only buy it when it will sell. Point blank. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer. Only buy things that sell, right? That's why we're in the reselling business. But the biggest time I notice it is when I'm at the Amazon bins, I'm paying $15 for an item. So when I'm paying it up for each item, not just one, I'm paying $15 for every single item that I'm buying, I want to make sure that that $15 is going to flip fast. I don't care if that item is worth $50, $100, $200. If it's not selling, I do not need to buy it. I am not desperate for inventory. I do not need to store this stuff. So when I'm finding something that only sells for, say it sells for $50, but it's 100%, 200%, 300% sell through, I'm going to pay up. I will pay the $15 knowing it's going to sell within hours of listing it. But if this item is only worth $50 to $60 and there's 50 available, 1 sold, I need to leave it behind. And that goes for even the $100, $200 items. If there's 50 available and only 1 sold, that $15 investment is going to take months to come back to you. Months. And then you're going to end up with a hoarding situation of way too much inventory. You don't want that to happen. So my big aha is to really focus on your sell-through rate. When I say that we are resellers, not storage units, not hoarders, not, what's the word I just said? We're not in the storage business. We're in the reselling business. And that moment means that your items are going to sell fast. Don't be desperate. Don't buy it because you see that it's worth $100. It's worth $200. Doesn't matter what it's worth if it's not selling. So hopefully that helps some of you because that has changed my business. And you will see throughout this video of everything that's sold. I know this is a long video. I'm sorry. There was a lot of sales. So through this video, 50% of these items, half of these items sold within a month of listing it. Some of these within a week of listing it. But yeah, it's amazing how fast, if you do your research, you buy your items right, and you're only buying things that sell, you will turn inventory super, super fast. So that is my number one advice. If you're struggling with your reselling business, you're saying you're having slow sales, nothing's moving, you're not buying the right items. It's that simple. Get out of your shell, go to different places, source at different options, look online for different sourcing options. I know garage sale season is becoming bigger on other parts of the country. Yes, I'm spoiled. I get garage sales year round out here in Arizona, but don't be desperate to buy inventory because you're just going to end up storing it. And that's not the goal. You want to flip stuff. Okay, let's keep on going. Itch my nose. and dive into the second half of this. Oh my gosh. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, now would be a great time to hit that subscribe button because I do all things resale. I like to take you out on garage sales. I like to show you what sells and give you lots of reselling tips. Ring doorbell. This guy, I paid up. I paid $15. This was actually at Goodwill. This was it the same day as the Wonder? I think it was the same day as the Wonder because I didn't go to Goodwill for weeks before that. So, ring doorbell, paid $15. He sold for $35, but he sold fast. So, I'll make a quick profit for it to sell fast. All right, we've got a drive belt. These guys were fast sellers. I got three of these at $15 day at the bins a couple weeks ago. I found another one this last week, and this guy sold for $135. $135. Thrilled. And I had 3 of those. Department 56 topiaries. These were not the best buy. I've been sitting on these for at least 6 months, but they were Department 56, which is why I thought they would go faster, but I didn't look enough at the sell-through rate. So I did sit on these for a while. I paid, I think, $2 a piece. And because I've had it for so long, they ended up on sale. And the set of all of these sold for $36. So not a really great one. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I'm in at $12. Sold for $36. Not the best. Wii nunchuck controllers. These were from a Wii buy. I think the Wii already sold. It had a bunch of games. I just separated everything. These controllers finally sold, and not for much, though. All 3 of them, I got $15. So, not the best items, but when it's just the rest of parts of what I'm selling already, totally fine with that. Bins, Amazon bins, $15 day. It is a smart firearm training gun. So, this guy, I think it just shoots lasers. It doesn't actually... Or maybe it's pellets. I don't know what it does. But it's brand new in its package and great for anybody who wants to practice. Yeah, just smart firearms training devices. And it sold for $130. So this one was fairly quick. Once I finally listed it, it was within a couple weeks of listing it for $130, and I paid $15. All right, another $15 bins find. These were just a no-brainer. I knew I didn't even look up the sell-through rate, but I knew these were going to eventually sell. Black & Decker tools. We got an impact driver. We got a screwdriver drill. All right, and 1 battery and a battery charger. $15 for the set, and they sold for $60 and free shipping. So, probably like a $30, $40 profit, but it worked. All good there. Okay, then we've got a fun little Coors Swiss Army knife. I want to say this wasn't a free bin. It was either in the free bin or $1. I don't remember. Maybe it was even a quarter. I don't remember where I bought it, why I bought it, or how much I bought it for. But it was Coors, so I thought surely that was worth something. And it finally sold. I know I've had it for a while. $22. Pretty cool. These were amazing. I don't know what else to say about these. They are City Beauty Wrinkle Corrector. When I got these at my local thrift, the sell-through rate was like 800%. There were 0 available, 8 sold. Is that 800%? Oh, that's how you calculate it. Because it was 8 times the amount that was available, and they sold fast. I paid $8 a piece. I had 5 of them, so $45 for all of them, and they each sold for $60. 60. And they're all gone. So these last 2 go to 2 different buyers. There was one buyer that bought both of them. That bought 2 of them, but otherwise $60 a piece all day long. I will take that. And it's because I looked it up and saw that the sell-through rate was over 100%. If it wasn't, I would have left it behind because it doesn't matter how cheap it is or how much it sells for if it's not selling. I can't drill that enough. All right, we've got tax season. These always go during tax season. It's a neat scanner. You can put your receipts, your remotes. No, your receipts would fit in there, not your remotes. credit cards, maybe. I don't know what all you can do in it, but it scans and it has all of its parts. However, it didn't work. I tried to get it to work. I downloaded drivers. It never worked. So I've been sitting on it for, I want to say over a year. These do sell and the sell-through is good, if they work. But because he didn't work, I finally took an offer of $15 on him. So luckily it's plus shipping. So hopefully I'll make a few bucks on the shipping, but because it didn't work, I didn't get very much out of it. I don't even remember what I paid for it. Probably like 10 bucks. And last but not least, I am not looking forward to packing all this, goes to Panasonic baby monitor. Second time selling this. First time it got returned for a bad address. Refunded him and now sold it again. $15 bins find. Sold for $80. Plus free shipping. All right, my friends. Holy moly, 28 items for a gross profit of $1,900. So, day is not over. I still have however many hours. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So, however many hours left until the end of the day. I might still get a couple more sales. I will insert now. And welcome to the insert. It is now Tuesday morning, and I've got 2 more items to package for the weekend. So I wanted to go over those with you real quick. This VPeak OB2 OBD check OB2 scan tool. That's a tongue twister. This was $3 bins find, sold for 22 bucks. Pretty quick seller. I've only had this a few weeks. And then the fast seller, it goes back to everything I talked about in the earlier part of this video. If it sells, you buy it. This guy sells fast. The sell-through rate is over 100%. I got this on Friday, just this last Friday, so what, 3 days ago. $15 day, and the box is damaged, but the inside is still factory sealed. So I put that in the listing and it sold for $70. So my friends, that wraps up. Let's continue the video. Okay, so that actually brings my total to over $2,000 for the weekend and a total of 30 items to wrap up the weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. And make sure you're subscribed. Down in the description, I have a free BOLO list. Top brands to watch for in your eBay reselling business. Yours for free. Download it below. Thank you all so much for watching and have a fabulous day. Take care.